tell me. 在那边在。来买的，what? Right, I think there's this is so. She stopped. I think she's given up. She's too tired. We're not going to do too much today. We're just going to have one last wave. Say goodbye to everyone. Right, John? Right, so that was the first time I showed that in public ever. And so the legs, there's actually motors in the legs over here. And in this idle mode, her legs are supposed to swing back and forth. But they burnt out. And one of the challenges with developing something like this is because the motors are like completely covered by this outer shell, so you can't see when the motors like goes too far. They're quite easily locks, and it's just like it burns out basically. But anyway, so the plan is to have this on display at one festival in Japan this February. And hopefully by the end of this year, we'll be very close to mass production. Right. So the automatic version, still very much TBA, but the standard frame version is going to be as early as March, and that's what I like to talk about today. This is quite an interesting process. So, yeah, John, so there's lots of, they call it like well, lots of this is actually outside of Japan. I've decided to see how far we can do in Japan at a reasonable price. So I've wanted to like make dolls for like it's been a number of years now, and I've been searching for like a sculpture. So they're traditionally sculpted out of like sculpting, like pieces of clay. And I've never been able to like found somebody. I've never been able to like find somebody who like make something to what I think. So I remember like many moons ago, I actually dabbled around in 3D. So this is something I made in 3D Max. And this is something I made. This is probably one of my first models, which is kind of like embarrassing to look like right now. And so right now I still have all those skills. And while I don't do too much modeling right now, I work with a lot of people who work with like software applications like Maya, Superman, 3D Max, and so on and so on. So everything is actually designed in 3D. I was told I'd get in trouble if I don't have that. So everything's designed in 3D, and because 3D printers are much more available to us, we fit all the parts on a 3D printer. So this is 1 year ago, and just before I came to Malaysia, we received our own 3D printer, which is in our office right now. So this is what it looks like. You can touch it on that, touch it on the machine, and you can pour in some resin like so. Alright. And then the orange case, that basically keeps light outside of the box. Because when you expose it to light, then it starts to solidify, it starts to harden. And that's what it does. You pour the resin, close the lid, and then there's a laser at the bottom that shoots at the resin, and it's kind of very mesmerizing to look at. And it slowly starts to solidify. And then a few hours later on, you've got something which is stuck towards the top of the platform. And this is what it looks like. And what you need to do is scrape it off the platform, and then you have like two hands for the slot. So this is kind of like cool because you can print pretty much anything. I mean, if you are a Gundam fan, you can like build your own like Gundam parts or armor. I want to print my own like glasses for glass frames, and so on and so on. So what we do next after we've printed these parts out on a printer, we make a clone of it. We stick it in a little container, pour it in silicone solidifies, we cut out the 3D printed parts. Something like this. Then what you do is you pour in some wax, and you pour in wax, the wax solidifies, and then you come up with a wax clone like this. Then what you do, great with conductive codes, and you dip into a tank, and this is what's known as electroplating, where lots of copper sticks to that conductive material. And then maybe a few days later, we end up with a mold like this. So this is after you melted the wax inside. Then what you do is you stick those molds into, they call it fry pan, and you boil the resins, you make it to very high temperatures. And once it's cooled down just a little bit, you pull it out, so this is a different part, and then you end up with anodized. And so now we're pretty much ready for the mass production of outer shell. In Japan, the Japanese is known as ganki. And then, so lots of these parts have lots of flash left over, so we need to like this out of So when I announced Smart Door back in April or so, many people complained that the bus was too large. So I thought I listened to my comrades and make smaller sizes. So we've got like bus sizes for all and if you notice, I'll show you the buses right now. Any like you watch there's a small, medium, large, medium, small. So we've got sizes for and Spotify is actually a serious business. We've got like 5 grown men. So like an example like this. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about face masks. So what happens next is the faces need to be painted. And if we done that by hand, they're all very different, and each one would take like over an hour, and then that's actually not too good. So we make face masks just like this. So this face mask is actually put onto the head, and it's great. And we have 9 different masks over here, and each mask represents maybe the eyebrows, maybe the mouth, cheeks, blushes, and so on and so on. And that enables us to paint these heads much more faster. So each one may take about 10 minutes or so. And that's it, really quite, not for that one person, I'd say, quite cool. Alright, next up, we're off to Korea, and that's where the ribbons are made. So there's quite a large market So I'm actually over there a week ago, and so they're going to put this which is I'm guessing it's like some sort of slide, and like there's 3 machines like attached to each other, and this is how it shows so stick it like so, and once that's done, I'll see you wire from here. So the cap goes onto the dog's head, stitch his hair on. Once that's done, all the hair's like sticking up. So what we do is we've got this, not quite steam. There's a steam coming out from here, steam the hair, they pull it down, and so from here I just into the fats, and this is what it looks like.
记得有2面啊，还有2面。
哦，我知道。
Alright, the thing that has plagued me for a very long time was the development of this clip. And I had like no idea how to execute it. I wasn't too sure I was going to actually get it out of the launch. So again, we made this in 3D, printed it out on the 3D printer. We've tried this hair clip, it looked really bad, and you can like really snap off. And so we decided to put a magnet. So we do a magnet over there. Basically, So she will wear a haircut, Alright, so some of the bits and pieces to go through. The eyes. So the eyes are a very important part of the upper eyes. And so we tried So we tried lots of different eye variations over here and there. It may look the same, but they are quite different. So there's things like here, there's like this is slight blur around here. There's like size differences here as well. So just this slight difference in these designs give the gold space a complete feel. So these are printed on the printer, and we have the silver molds and we pour it with resin like this. We stick in the prints and we pour it in resin. That red stuff is it actually makes the what do you call it? The resin part. And this is what we get. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to continue taking the eyes in resin because they do take a long time. What I do want to try to do is try to mass production, mass produce them in glass. So that's one thing I'm going to do that I have planned. Next up is the frame. So I could have done the frame first and then done the outer shell afterwards, but I've done it the other way because I felt the outer body was like much more important. This is the most difficult thing I've ever made, and it's actually much more complex than the robots over here. So again, all of this is developed in 3D, and this is one of the very early production versions over here. And this is one of the second robots over here. And my house is like filled with like also doll and bodyguards all over the place. So we've worked with a Taiwanese company called Jeton to work on the spine. So they do the spine part, because that part already exists on the market. It didn't really make much sense for us to redesign the spine when we could use their parts. So we got them to put some color on it, and we're going to use those parts as it is. So once all the data is ready for mass production, you can't just make a mold out of it. There's lots of different things you need to change about it. So this is just one example. So there's like too much material over here, and if we try to make that, then the resin wouldn't have been able to like flow to that part. So we put some holes in it, like this over here. So that enables the resin to flow through the mold much more. So a mold is not just two pieces of metal. This is when we talk about injection molding. So not just two pieces of metal, there's like a spring, there's like an injector as well, which pushes out the mold inside. This is me checking where those injector things are going to touch plastic. Because once it does, it's going to leave marks on it. And there's absolutely no way around it. I just need to make sure that those injector things touch the parts in a sensible place. So things like this, we need to make sure that this part is there. If we've done it this way, after we made it, we'll be able to see a mark right here. So we have to remove it so that we will be able to see the flash marks. So for the frame, I'm working with Noriaki Miyata-san. So this gentleman, he's worked he works with Lamborghinis and Porsches and also he's like Aston Martin. And he also works with one company to make all their die-cast models as well. And he's helping me work on the frame. So this is about one of our initial meetings. So the frame we've decided to make in Japan as well. So this was actually the day before yesterday. So we were in Yamagata and it's snowing quite a bit out there. It's very nice to be from Japan. Very nice to be. So Yamagata, hopefully I'll be able to spend more time there next time. So this is their factory, and they've got their very scary signs. They've got a sign like this. It's terrible. They've actually got another one. I forgot to take photos. It's up to now in two pieces. And anyway. So this is the development. And so this is the making of the injection molding mold. And so they've got this big piece with lots of holes in it. And they make all the other small pieces. And then what they do is stick it in afterwards. Like this. So this means if there's something I need to change, all they need to do is change a part over here without changing the whole block. and one of these balls, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. This one ball costs 160,000 US dollars. And so the resin, we need to make sure the resin is as close to the skin as possible. So that's the color sample over there. And what happens is our factory makes pellets. So those pellets are up here. Looks like rice, looks more like rice particles, so little pellets. So those pellets are like pushed into this machine, it's like melted and injected into this mold, and this is what it looks like afterwards. And the parts come out. So I kind of like this because it looks like a gun down. How do you make gun downs? Do you like make gun downs? Quite a few. You make like this. Because what I'm planning to do is sell this as it is, so you can make it $1 as well. So hopefully we can like sell it and the real sale price of So this back taken before yesterday, and this still feel problems with it. What we do is first try, some of the joints a bit stiff, something like this. And then what they do is they chip away at the molds to make it tighter, smoother. That's the process we're coming out now. And this is my team who's working on the board right now. And hopefully by the end of January we should be ready. So in February I'll be testing it, and in March we will be selling smartphones. So there's the shoes. Shoes are very important part of smartphones. Yeah, we can't have it walking around barefoot. So I'm very fortunate to have a mentor. His name is Datuk Choo. I think he's in the crowd somewhere there. Where's Datuk? Datuk, are you awake? Right, so I used to work with my dad making shoes many years ago back in the UK, and it's at that time I didn't want to continue working with my dad because I wanted to go to Japan to pursue my dreams of living and working in Japan, and it's very interesting that we have got together again to work on shoes for McDonald's. So I wanted to introduce technology into making shoes. So we make, they call it the last. So this is a shape where you need this shape to put the leather over it and so on. So make it 3D, print it out on my 3D printer, sand it down a little bit, and spray with they call it surface. I just say surface. We spray with something to make it smooth. And you get one pair like this. Then once you have this one pair, you can duplicate it in silicone. And so we made 20 pairs which we can facilitate as making shoes much more fast. Let's skip through these because we're running out of time a little bit. And so we do the clothes as well. So clothes, we're working with clothes in Hong Kong, Spain as well. So Mira Sonaga, she will be the first doll that comes out, but she also has a friend's line, which is not very friend, it's supposed to be a rival. And that's her over here. She's got very big eyes, as you can see. She's a small doll, like a version 002. And this is what she looks like over here. So she's a big grumpy, she's a bit moody, she's not like a very Ojosa type of character. And this is me taking her around Tokyo. Okay, anyway, so Mira Sonaga 001, due out sometime in March. Looking very quickly. Very soon everyone will be walking around like this. Spring 2002. Right, quick sip of water before I fall over. Okay. I still don't have a stomach ache from reading this, so so I'm sure it's safe for you to take. So we'll give away these free at CJ Night, which is on Monday. I'll tell you about that later. For 15 minutes. So, through making Smart Doll, I've learned quite a few things which I'd love to share with you. And it's really enlightened for me myself. So, the bigger your goals are, the bigger the hurdles will be, and the harder you shall fall. And I think it makes sense because the goals are big. If you've got like small goals, your goals are going to be small and you're going to be able to do them really easily. But if you're trying to do something really big, then you're going to come up with lots of different hurdles. So I have constant disappointments. Constant. So right now I'm working on like all different aspects of production. So there's like everything. There's clothes, frames, eyes, lips, the top of motion, wigs, eyes makeup, and there's like so much room for disappointment. So I work with lots of these vendors, and they come back with me, and something is not quite as I envisioned it. And it's like once that happens again and again and again, it becomes increasingly easy to like just give up. It's like, okay, just forget about it. Let's just drop it. It becomes like so easy to do that. And obviously, if I did do that, then she wouldn't be sitting here today. So I think it's very important that once you have like a very big goal, you're going to have like lots of constant disappointments, and it's just something you need to like deal with basically. So the very important thing is to don't let those disappointments get down and treat them as a learning experience. What's next? No, okay. Backstabbing. In life, we need to learn to trust people. We just couldn't do anything if you didn't trust people. I mean, just imagine you're walking down the street. You didn't trust anyone. You'd be like just looking back behind you like all the time, looking in front of you, and I'm sure that like drive you crazy. So working with many different people on a project like this, I need to learn to trust people. But I'm sure many of you out here have experienced this. Once in a while you get stabbed in your back, and it's not a pleasant experience at all. But it's just the way things are. And out of like really 10 nice people you meet, one is going to like stab you in the back, and it's just something you need to like learn to deal with. But the important thing here is that if you didn't trust anybody to work with, then your project wouldn't get to the goal, wouldn't get to the ground, and you wouldn't get to your goal. What's next? So many unknowns. So once you have like a big goal, there's like so many unknowns. So a long time ago, when I was back in the UK, I wanted to live. I knew I wanted to live and work in Japan. It's like, how am I going to do that? It's like just so much unknowns, and it's like with so much unknowns in front of you, it's like just so easy to give up because you know what your goal is, but you just can't see it at all because you just don't know what's going on. But the thing is to do something. As long as you do something, you're going to gain some sort of experience which can bring you closer to your goal rather than sitting down and doing nothing at all. If you do nothing, that will lead to nothing. Doing something leads to something, whether it's learning or failure or so on and so forth. Alright, 4 things we waste time on. I call these 4 W's. So as I was working on Smart Job and various projects this year, I realized that I used to waste time on a few things, and I think maybe some of you waste your time doing some of these things as well. Worrying. So I used to worry about lots of different things. And I realized how much I worried when we done a culture and convention, which is our first convention in Prague. And there was a very small team of us doing this, and there's so many things to worry about. It's like ticketing, sales, security, sponsors, the VIP room. We put the VIP room location on the map, alright, which was very interesting. And there's just so many things to worry about, and I worked with this project as well. After worrying, I found out that probably about like 95% of the things which I'm worried about just didn't come true anyway. So if you think about the things which you worried about in the past, you'll start to realize that most of the time you end up worrying about nothing. And when you spend time worrying about stuff, that takes time away from you doing stuff to get to your goals. So just don't worry about it. Waiting for the right time. So there's never the right time to do lots of things in life. There's never the right time to get married or like, have kids or buy a house. Or this is never the right timing. The right time is probably right now. Once you've decided that you want to do something, try to do it as soon as possible because there's never ever the right time. What's next? Wrecking vengeance. It's actually supposed to be revenge, but I want it to be 4 W's, so I put wrecking vengeance. Okay. So I get trolled a lot. I get trolled, and I have my fair share of trolls. And if I spend time retaliating against my trolls, that's going to take precious time away from me to do the stuff which I need to get to my goals. So if you've got people trolling you at school or at work and so on, so the best thing is to not retaliate or wreak vengeance. The best thing is to continue doing what you do basically. Because once your trolls see you succeed, that's the best form of revenge that you can give anybody at all. Because they hate seeing you do whining. So I complain. I used to complain. I try not to complain as much as I do. So we're staying in a hotel right now, and the toilet is leaking, and there's water everywhere. To get to the bath, you have to swim to the bath to get there. And but it's okay. It's absolutely okay. And rather than spend time just complaining about first world problems, right? Like this one over here. Did you get that? You don't get that, do you? Did you get that? Did you get that? I was laughing my head when I saw this. You don't get it, do you? Alright, okay. So this is a first world problem. This is a problem that people have the first world. She wants to watch TV. Or she's munching on chips. You get that cracking noise, right? You can't get the TV. Sorry, it's an English joke. But anyway, so whenever you find yourself complaining about your third world problems, just remember it's absolutely nothing compared to some of the problems that people face in the third world. Alright. Secret purpose. So this is something, so when I'm at my booth, signing stuff, or CJ night, I get lots of folks that talk to me, they don't really know what to do in life. And so I came up with maybe some sort of way which may help you decide exactly what you want to be doing in life. And so these are some sort of questions, what's the purpose of existence? Why did you wake up each day? Why did you spend 5 hours planning for the exam? So what I did very recently was to question every little thing that I've done. So when I woke up, when I done this, when I done that, I asked myself exactly why was I doing these things. And then you ask yourself, are you doing it for yourself or are you doing it for others? Would it matter if what you're doing, if people actually got to see it or not? And then I found the purpose to what I feel is purpose to my existence. So even if no one bought this, I wouldn't care at all because I really love, I discovered that I really love making things. And even if no one bought it, I'd make it. And then there would be on the train every day, sitting in the corner and doing this. So that's what I find I love doing. I really love painting things. And I do that in a place which I love, which is in Japan. So this is my wife and I encourage it. So that's one of the great things about Comic Fiesta. It's a place which really helps creative people showcase the work. So we have many different So we get the Georgian food, lots of cosplayers, and there's lots of creativity going on here. And I think that Comic Fiesta is a fantastic place to let people actually do that. So you may notice this year there's like, I'm sure there's like twice more people than last year. And if you like really love Comic Fiesta, you know, they've been running for quite a while. I think they need some of your help from time to time. So I attend anime conferences around the world, like Anime Expo and so on and so on. And lots of these events are fan-driven. So if you feel that maybe you want to like volunteer next time at a Comic Fiesta, maybe just keep your eye on the Comic Fiesta Facebook, and they'll give you details on how you can volunteer next year, so that we can keep this most awesome event running at such an efficient pace. Alright, nearly finished. I've got like 5 minutes. I've got time to do my blatant advertising. Have I got time for blatant advertising? Yeah? Alright, so I've got a booth, which is, I think it's somewhere down there, and this is what it looked like yesterday. And we've got some goodies on sale, but it's pretty much all gone actually, so thank you very much anyway. We've got a Culture Japan night, so this is an event that we do to like mingle around with like-minded folks, and this is going to be, I can't read that, A-Loft, Kuala Lumpur Central, Grand Ballroom, December 23rd from 2 p.m. So it's A-Loft, Kuala Lumpur Central, and if you're wearing a Mirai t-shirt, it's free to get in, and anyone who came to watch my talk at Comic Fiesta, which is all of you guys, you can get in for free as well. So just let them know. And we've got a poster of one of my lollies, one of my other characters. Chitose Shirasa poster, and that's going to be on sale. We now have a CJ Knight t-shirt. With Mirai water. There's been qualities like many different things, like Mirai milk or Mirai sweat, but Mirai water sounded safe to drink. And we'll be having these, giving away these for free at CJ Knight. Free touch and go. That's what touch and goes.
Oh.
Don't know how I'm going to do this. Don't know how I'm going to do this.
Yeah, we are so far. Too bad.
Alright, so I actually injured some people at Culture Japan Con, and I nearly got killed. So what I done was I ran off the stage like this, and lots of people, they tried to kill me for these. They didn't care about me at all, and they tried to kill me. So I think that'll probably be the same case again. So I'll give these out, and I've got 3 minutes. So we've got an app on the App Store. It's called Miracle 3. It's free, no spyware. Right? I don't care what you do in your spare time and where you go. So, which means I'm not spying on you, right? Yes. So Miracle 3, you can download it for free, and you can take pictures with Mirai like this. This is like 2 photos which people have posted on the internet. So what you need to do is download Mirai 3 for your iPhone or Android, and post a picture like this. It comes with a hashtag, and then I'll choose some people at random, and then I'll give you some of these touch and goes over here. So I've heard some of you booing and hissing me at me just now, so Alright, so I've got a few of these, I promised to give them out, but what you need to do is Miracle 3. Alright, just post them up on Twitter or Facebook. I'll find you, and then I'll pick someone random, I'll contact you for your mailing address, and then we'll give you some of these touch and goes. So unfortunately, because of the smart door, I didn't get time to produce enough touch and goes, but we'll be having Culture Japan Con 2 probably this summer, and we're going to print maybe 10,000 pieces or whatever, and we'll make them available to everyone. Right, with that, I think that's about it. I've got 1 minute. I've got someone like looking at me, like, waiting. What is he going to say? Oh, okay. All right. So, thank you very much for having me at Fiesta again. I'm going to be. And my booth over there. Want to come out? Feel free to come and say hello. We take photos, signing, or whatever. And I'll be at Culture Fan Night from 2 to 8 p.m. at that place which I mentioned. And if we finish early enough, then we'll all go to the village or somewhere like food court and have some food. But I can't pay for all of you, so hope to get a chance to speak to all of you. And thank you very much.